Oh my God, listener, you just one-upped me. Tony Garea. Oh my God, I remember the name now. Pulling it out of the Strongbow brothers, Chief Jay and Jules Strongbow. Wow, I pulled that one out too. I talk about this, listener. I don't know if you've heard me speak on it, but I got my start in wrestling and boxing, and most young kids start with wrestling, right? It's more along their lines, right? It's more of a storyline. But what I came to see very quickly is as I read the wrestling magazines, and I didn't really understand this. So Vince McMahon had a big world organization, right? He broke all the rules. He broke out of the territories. I read the magazines made by the territories. And then finally I moved out to Utah or somewhere, not moved out, like went out to Utah. And I watched some of the territory shows and they were so bad. And I realized, like, wait a minute, all this stuff I've been reading in a magazine that I've been putting in my head, like, I've been making it as exciting as the WWE. So literally what they used to do is create serials back then. They'd create realities for fighters. And dovetailing this into modern fighting, right? Like that was what boxing was too, right? That's why you promoted fighters and made them undefeated and, gave them easy touches and stuff like that until you had a guy you could go to the news about. And by the way, make no mistake, Mike Tyson was promoted the exact same way. I'm not taking anything away from his talent, right? But those first 18 fights or whatever in New York State were easy fights until he ran into James Quick Tillis, almost lost. Then they reversed course and go, we're not going to give him a boxer. So, a lot of it is what the promoters and managers do with our minds. Now the WWE, the unique part about it was they didn't need the serial approach, right? They were so worldwide, and McMahon created such an organization. And when he created WrestleMania, and by the way, WrestleMania almost bankrupted him. And by the way, I was there. Liberace played. It was Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper versus Mr. T and Hulk Hogan in the main event, and a bunch of other fights that were just, for the time, phenomenal. When he did that, the world had to step up and realize, hey, people love this stuff. Pay-per-view on that is going to be huge. And of course, it was. And, I'll be honest with you, it was almost like boxing followed in lockstep with that. It was almost like Vince McMahon's WrestleMania made them realize how much they could do. I think even the Michael Spinks, Mike Tyson fight was closed circuit more than pay-per-view. But yeah, wow, man. Good times, listener. Yeah, we all started with wrestling. That's where that imprint in our mind for the fight game came from. I can't stand it today, to be honest with you guys. It's gone through too many incarnations. But that behind you, what you see, was really the prime era for me. I was actually part of an early era where the Road Warriors weren't even in the WWE. But yeah, good times. Everybody like and follow for more on the fight game and wrestling.